Welcome everyone. In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Toxicroak. Toxicroak is one of my favorite picks for the Great League. It's been quite some time since I've personally used Toxicroak in my own battles. But my goodness, does it have play now with the emergence of Walrein all over the Great League and the counters to Walrein, guys. A lot of people are running those fighters and counter users to try and get ahead of those Walrein teams, and Toxicroak just shuts all that down, guys. Now, Toxicroak's going to be the closer on this team. This is an ABB style team, which is actually very strong, and it features Cofagrigus in the lead, of course. Cofagrigus is the lead on this team. I started out the day with Dedenne in the lead, but then midway through, I switched it up just so that we could pick up more of those Deoxys leads that everyone is running now, guys, to counter all the Walreins. Nothing shuts down a Deoxys quite like a strong ghost type, and there are few stronger than Cofagrigus, guys. So we're leading Cofagrigus with this team. And it functions sort of like an ABB-style team, whereas Dedenne is going to be the safe switch on this team. And the Pokemon in the back both cover Cofagrigus' weakness of Dark-type damage, primarily. And they have strong neutral play up against the ghost types as well. And also on this team, as we mentioned earlier, good old Dedenne. I'm sure by now many of you are familiar with how fond of Dedenne I am. Love this cute little mouse, guys. This thing can really put out the damage. And you got to preserve a shield advantage for it, but it is fantastic for grabbing shields from your opponents, and it has amazing coverage on the current meta, guys. With that electric fairy typing, there's not a whole lot that can pose too much of a threat to Dedenne. Of course, those steel types like Stunfisk, you want to stay far and away from. But the fighters, the opposing fairy types, the water types that you see, guys, Dedenne shuts them all down. It's such a fun pick for the Great League. I had a blast with this team. I originally designed it as like an anti-triple counter team, but go figure, guys. Just like in yesterday's video, we didn't see a single triple counter team. So there goes my thumbnail for this video. But anyways, let's hop into this first match, guys. We were met with a Toxicroak on the lead. They swap immediately into an Ampharos. Very interesting. So what we're going to do is just look to grab a shield. Seeing that this is a shadow, and Ampharos is a little bit more squishy in the Great League. Want to grab a shield before we make a play into our Dedenne. Dedenne is the perfect answer for an electric type swap in because we resist all of this electric type damage. And they built up to just about 2 Thunder Punches. We can let all this go through, guys. Dedenne, you can absolutely let through resisted damage for Dedenne. And we're just going to look to get rid of this Ampharos with a hard-hitting play rough with stab from Dedenne. And we say bye-bye, Ampharos. In comes the Toxicroak. We are resisting these counters, allowing us to get to one final discharge. This will either do tons of neutral damage to the very squishy Toxicroak, like it did there, or grab the shield. In that case, they let it go through because they knew they could. And right now, this Toxicroak does not pose much of a threat to our ghost-type Cofagrigus, guys. We can let all this go through and look to farm this Toxicroak all the way down. I'm not sure what they were doing there, trying to build up to a resisted Sludge Bomb maybe. And now our Cofagrigus has loaded energy, guys. And Cofagrigus with loaded energy is absolutely lethal in the Great League. We do grab that shield from the Swampert. Gonna look to get off another hard-hitting Shadow Ball with stab from the Cofagrigus. That does a lot to this very squishy Shadow Swampert. And now because we snuck through a Shadow Claw there, we can safely just shield once, and that will register after they throw this move. And we say bye-bye to the squishy Swampert. And that is going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. We're off to a fantastic start with this Toxicroak team in the Great League. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, do give the video a like. You would be providing a big help to the channel. And hopping into the next match, we are met with a Shift Tree. This is not a good lead for us, guys. We got to make a play into Dedenne. Dedenne is not a great answer to Shift Tree as well, but they swap into a Talonflame, which is not a good answer to our Dedenne. So very interesting play here, but we're going to take full advantage of this. They're probably thinking that they can boost that Incinerate damage and farm down to flip switch here, but guys, you're about to see the power of Dedenne in the Great League. It's not going to happen. Dedenne shuts down the Flyers like you would not believe. Going to just spam off these discharges. We know that we outpace, and right there, we're already to the next discharge. We'll be absolutely KOing this Talonflame. And they did not accomplish what I believe they were looking to do, and they top left right there, guys. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. Having a blast with this Toxicroak team. My goodness, guys. Such a fun team for the Great League. Let's see what we have up next here. Scrafty. Okay. So we're going to actually safe swap into Toxicroak this time and see what we draw out, and it is a Trevenant, so this is fantastic. Toxicroak is fantastic if you utilize it as a safe swap for drawing out ghost types. So the way we're going to play this is we're going to go for that Sludge Bomb, expecting the shield. No need to shield this, guys. They only build up to Seed Bomb. Toxicroak with that poison typing, obviously resist it. It does still hurt because Trevenant hits like a truck, but we're going to look to CMP tie them here, guys. We're going to go for this resisted Mud Bomb, knowing that they'll likely let it go through, but it'll do enough chip damage that'll allow our Cofagrigus to farm this Trevenant down, guys. And that is beautiful. We did CMP tie them, gonna let it go down, and come back in with Cofagrigus and go for a hard farm on this Trevenant, guys. And they're building up to the Shadow Ball. Of course, we're absolutely going to shield that with one shot for sure from this hard-hitting Trevenant. And because we chipped with that Mud Bomb, it allows us to shield once and farm down. Again, guys, Cofagrigus is lethal with loaded energy. They come back in with the Scrafty. We meet them with Dedenne, and they come in with a Skarmory, guys. This is why Dedenne is so amazing for the current meta in the Great League, guys. It hard walls so many things, guys, including those Scrafties. The Skarmory here right in front of us. Dedenne is going to town on the Skarmory. Does not stand a chance, even if they shield. It's not going to happen for him, guys. Skarmory is not an answer to Dedenne, as we do resist all of its possible attacks. This is a Brave Bird. Although it is resisted, it wouldn't KO, but we're thinking we can shield and farm it all the way down with that debuff on them and get to the play rough for the Scrafty with shields down, guys. Shields are down. We're going for this play rough, and it is lights out for the Scrafty, guys. Dedenne closing the game strong. Holy smokes. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. Dedenne closing in dominant fashion. Again, guys, if you like what you're seeing, do give the video a like. You would be providing a massive help to the channel. And we're met with a Machamp, Shadow. Although this is a winning match, we're going to safe swap into Dedenne just to see what else they have in the back, and it happens to be a Shadow Grand Bull running Charm. So it's good to see it here, guys. They will charm us all the way down, but not before tanking a lot of damage, and that did a lot. Dedenne hits hard, guys. And we have just enough farm for our Cofagrigus. As I say over and over, guys, Cofagrigus with an energy advantage is absolutely lethal. And they come into us with a Bastiodon. So this is fine, and it's looking like a beautiful game for Toxicroak. We're not shielding anything from this Bastiodon, guys. We're just going to spam off these Shadow Balls just as fast as we can get to them, because we know that Toxicroak can easily clean up this game from here on out. We got the Charmer out of the way, and although that charm damage is neutral, Toxicroak is pretty glassy, so that was amazing. And Cofagrigus does win this in the Zero Shield, but we draw a shield from the Bastiodon. Gonna make an aggressive play into our Toxicroak, knowing that Toxicroak has a good matchup up against Machamp, as we are resisting these counters with our poison typing, making Toxicroak an amazing pick for the Great League, guys. And they are now down on shields. I'm going to look to get rid of this Machamp with a Mud Bomb. I think that they're trying to just get as much counter damage in as they can, but Toxicroak, Hardwall's Bastion, and they see the writing on the wall. They can see the match. That's going to be another good game. Strong finish with Toxicroak. Good game. Well played to this battler. Toxicroak, proven to be a strong pick for the Great League. My goodness, what a strong Pokemon. And we are met with a Deoxys lead. Favorable lead for us. This is fantastic, guys. So whenever you see a Deoxys lead, it could be that triple counter team, or it could be the Though Technical team, guys. So if you see them safe swap into a Walrein, know that a very popular line is Deoxys, Walrein, Galvantula. That's what we're expecting to see in the back. Gonna call this, and it happens to be an Earthquake. This battler's going for the jugular here, guys. Holy smokes, that one-shots our Toxicroak. We're gonna come in and farm all the way down with our Cofagrigus, get ahead on energy, and it's a Wigglytuff. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Fully expecting a Galvantula from the Though Technical Walrein team. This is not a Galvantula, guys. This is awful, as a Wigglytuff hard walls the ghost types. It's able to do some strong, heavy, neutral charm damage with stab. Not looking good for us, guys. I'm going to throw Dedenne in here to try and take out this Deoxys and have some energy stored for the Wigglytuff, but not going to lie, guys. Once I saw that Wigglytuff, we got a little tilted there. And we started making bad plays, of course, guys. So not shielding the Psycho Boost. As you know, I've noticed, guys, a lot of Deoxyses are baiting with the Thunderbolt, which costs more energy so that they don't debuff their attack with a Psycho Boost. Interesting strategy, expecting them to do that. But no, they go straight for the Psycho Boost, knowing that the Wigglytuff can just charm through everything with 2 shields. And we're going to come in with Cofagrigus and try and get off as many resisted Dark Pulses as we can. You don't go for the Shadow Ball, which is double resisted. If your Pokemon resists both of your attacks, go for the single resisted move. And that does a decent amount, but just not enough. The Wigglytuff charms us down. That charm is OP, guys. Was not expecting to see a Wigglytuff in the back. Holy smokes. Was fully expecting the Though Technical Walrein team with Galvantula, but hey, that's all right, guys. Can't win them all. We got a nice 4-in-1 set with Toxicroak in the Great League. You don't get much better, guys. Toxicroak is strong, guys. I'm telling you, with the way the meta has shifted, so many people are, of course, running the overpowered Walreins. Justifiably so. I run it myself, guys. Walrein is a fantastic pick for all leagues, for that matter, not just the Great League, but yeah, Toxicroak shuts down the Walreins, shuts down the triple counter teams, guys. Once you get the Deoxys out of the way, that's why we've got Cofagrigus on the lead. Because if you're going to run into that triple counter team created by none other than Wallower, shouts to Wallower, one of my favorite content creators. That is a super strong team. And triple counter, if you're not familiar, guys, it leads with Deoxys, Vigoroth on the safe swap, and Obstagoon in the back. So we were running into a lot of that because the triple counter team is, making a comeback with all the Trevenants not being as prevalent with Walrein. A lot of people are running triple counter to handle those Walreins, guys. So I was running into a lot of that the other day, so I wanted to build an anti-triple counter team, which this is, guys. But go figure, when I build a team to counter a certain team, we don't run into what we're trying to accomplish. But hey, go figure. It's crazy how that works, guys. But anyways, if you guys run this team and you happen to run into the triple counter, all 3 of these Pokemon can shut down the triple counter. Of course, Cofagrigus dominates Deoxys in the lead. And then you've got a fairy type in Dedenne, which is super spammy with Thundershock. If you guys aren't familiar with the Thundershock fast move, it's a clone of Mudshot. It's a clone of Psycho Cut. So it does 3 damage and generates 9 energy, just like Mudshot. So you can get to those discharges super fast. And they hit a little bit different coming from Dedenne, guys. Dedenne hits like a truck. And then you've got the Play Rough with Stab as well. Dedenne is amazing, guys. Such a fun pick for the Great League. Has a lot of coverage on the meta, guys. A lot of people sleep on Dedenne. It's not wise to sleep on Dedenne, guys. If you're up against somebody who knows how to use it, who's had experience with Dedenne, just never ever underestimate it, guys. It can put in some work in the Great League for sure, guys. And so Dedenne can beat the back line of the triple counter team, that being Obstagoon, of course, Dedenne, forget about it. And it has a decent neutral matchup up against Vigoroth, depending on shield scenarios and energy and whatnot. So this team will thoroughly shut down the triple counter team. It also beats Though Tactical's Walrein team, also with Deoxys in the lead, Walrein on the safe swap, and Galvantula in the back. This team beats that one as well. So this is an awesome team to run for the current state of the Great League meta, guys. This is a super strong team. If you don't have a Dedenne, definitely you could just go with a Galvantula. Galvantula is a fantastic replacement, as it has some parallels to Dedenne. Both Pokemon resist fighting type damage, and both are electric types. So you got that coverage for the water types, like Walrein, while also resisting fighting type damage. So if you don't have a Dedenne, go with a Galvantula. A third option would be Unova Stunfisk. Not as strong of a replacement as Galvantula, but Unova Stunfisk is a fantastic second option if you don't have either one of those two. And Cofagrigus in the lead. If you don't have a Cofagrigus, guys, you could definitely go for Trevenant. Trevenant's a fantastic replacement for Cofagrigus or Sableye. And just about everyone has a Toxicroak these days. So, guys, super strong team. I'm telling you, it's a strong team for sure. Had a lot of fun with it. I had a blast, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.